Good morning student, I am Rose. Today we are going to learn a new chapter, that is standard 6, civics, chapter 8, rural livelihood. That means we are going to learn about the life of the village level. What are the activities they involved in the village level. Okay, so as we know, the village level is so much backward, or we can say, sometimes we can say in India some places are so much backward and some places are little more modernized. Okay, so today we are going to learn what are the activities, how the village people, how the rural areas people live their livelihood. Okay, so actually they depend mainly on farming activities and non-farming activities. They involve mainly on farming activities and non-farming activities. So first of all, we'll see what are the farming activities, what are the things they involve, or we can say what are the activities or what are the things they do in the village level. Okay, so mainly the village people always depend on farming or the agriculture. Yes or no? So as I have discussed, that means mainly they involve in farming activities and non-farming activities. So first of all, we'll see what is farming activities. Okay, so farming activities, that means whenever you are going to cultivate or whenever you are involved in farming activities or agriculture activities, there are some process of cultivating or doing an agriculture. Okay, so what are the things involved in activities of the farming? Okay, you see first activities which involve, that is first of all, when you agriculture, when you cultivate anything, you have to prepare the land. That means preparing of land is very necessary whenever you do any farming. Okay, next is you have to sow the seed. When you prepare the land, you have to sow the seed. That means the seed should be of good quality, and the sowing is very necessary, because if you just put it as it is, it will not do anything. You have to sow it. You have to scatter it in the land which you have already prepared. Okay. Next is when this plant or whichever plant grows from the seed. Okay, that instead of that plants, there are some more unwanted plants grow with them. Unwanted plants, which is also called the weeds, or the grasses. So these grasses or the weed should be removed. Okay, so the removing of the unwanted grasses which grow through the among the crops are called the weeding. So next is the harvesting of crop. That means when the crops is already prepared or already ripened, so the crop should be collected, or we can say it should be harvested, it should be cutted down. Okay, so that for keeping it safe, it should be not in the land. Okay, so these are the 4 process that involves in the farming activities when you do the farming. Okay, so there are various different crops are grown in every agriculture field. Yes or no? In different seasons, in different months, in different weather conditions it require. That means they grow different crops. For example, in the rainy season, mainly you grow the crops. Yes or no? Like paddy, rice paddy, you grow in the rainy season. Yes or no? Because during the rainy season, the crops paddy need more water for that. Okay, so in rainy season mainly you grow the rice paddy. In the winter season, or we can say you grow the rabi crops like wheat, pulses. Okay, so these are the crops which you grow in the different seasons of the month. Okay, of the year. Okay, so like it is a paddy, wheat, barley, pulses. These are the crops, and there are various vegetables also which are grown in different seasons of the year. Okay, so these are the different crops that can be grown in different fields or different agricultural fields. Okay, so for cultivation, for agriculture, there are different people involved in that. There are different types of people involved in that. So for the farming activities, who are the people involved in the farming activities? Okay, so first we will see the landless agriculture laborers. First we will see that is the landless agriculture laborers. Okay, so who are these people? Okay, who involved in farming activities? So those who do not own any land and have to work on the other people's farm to live their livelihood. Okay, so landless, that means they are landless. That means they doesn't have any land. From the word you can see landless. Okay, so the people who are not having any land or on any land, in the other farmers, that means other farmers field for to live their livelihood. So they are the landless agricultural laborers. Okay, so when they work for the other farmers, they have their own wages or their own rate. Okay, so according to that, for example, in olden days they used to get the rupees 40, 30. This was the rate. But in today's world, if we talk about today's farming activities, the rate of the laborers is 200, more than 200, 250, 300. Like this, the laborers work. The rate of the price of the laborers in every villages. Okay, so these landless agricultural laborers are present in every villages, and they live their livelihood by working in other farmers, working at other farmers' field. Okay, next is the small farmers. Next is number 2 is small farmers. These are the another type of people. These are the farmers who own very small piece of land. That means they are having the small piece of land. But these small farmers also face some of the difficulties. Like we can say the crops which are not produced, or we can say they doesn't complete the whole year sometimes for the eating purpose. Okay, so these small farmers, at least they own the land up to 2 hectares or less than 2 hectares, so these are the small farmers. Okay, next is the medium and large farmers. These are the rich farmers, we can say. Okay, so these medium farmers own more than 2 hectares of land, while the large farmers own more than large piece of land, like we said, more than 10 hectares of land they can own. Okay, so that means they are rich than the other farmers. Okay, and these medium farmers and large farmers do the farming activities with the help of the landless agricultural laborers. Okay, because they doesn't cultivate, or they doesn't cultivate this much vast area of land by themselves. Okay, so because of that they require some of the laborers, landless laborers, or the small farmers even work under this large farmers and medium farmers. Okay, so this is how the works goes on the this is how the livelihood goes on the rural areas or the village areas. Okay, so here is one structure is there. You can see the map. This is the structure of cultivated area or the land, and this is the number of farmers. Okay, so in the cultivated area, you can say 64% of the land are having the small farmers. Okay, so this much area. Okay, this much area, you can see this part. Okay, this part is the percentage of the land in which the small farmers farm, in which the small farmers agriculture, okay, cultivate. Okay, and these are 36% of the land is cultivated by the large farmers or the medium farmers. 36%. Okay, in this you can say number of farmers. Okay, you see 80% of the India is small farmers, and we can say and 20% are the large farmers. Okay, that means how much the small farmers are there. Yes, so that means large percentage of the people are small farmers, and only 20% are the large farmers. Okay, so these are the map or the structure or the topography which you see in the figure. For this, all people involved in farming, you know it, all the people involved in farming. Okay, so for the farming they need different capitals. Capital means money. Capital means money. Okay, so it comes from where does they bring? Okay, in the olden days, olden method of farming, what they used to do? They used to they doesn't need of buying any fertilizers. Yes or no? So in the modern method of in the olden method of farming, they used to make the soil fertile with the help of cow dung. Then you have what we call another natural fertilizers, like we say husk or the leaves, dead leaves. Okay, so these are the things which they make use of to fertile the soil. Okay, then they used to cultivate. When they sow the seed, they use the pure seed, the old seed which is being cultivated here. Okay, so but in today's modern farming, they need modern method. That means they need the capital needed in the farming for today's world is so much high, so much money they needed for the modern method of farming. Okay, so you can say huge sum of money needed for the modern farming. That means they require large sum of money to farm in the different lands. Okay, next is modern machine needed in modern farming. Yes, for the modern farming, they need a mechanized or new technologies of machines like tractor, then harvesting machines. There are what we call sowing machines. Okay, these are the different activities or different what we call different techniques or different mechanical machines they needed for the modern farming. Okay, so in modern farming they need large sum of they require plenty of water, they require plenty of what we call plenty of fertilizers. Okay, so for this for this they require more land. Okay, so what happened when they use when it requires large amount of plenty of water and a large amount of fertilizers, the production of the crop also increases. Okay, so for the large farmers and medium farmers, there is no any difficulties for them because they are having a large amount of money with them, because they are having a large land, so the production of the crop is also very high, and we can say the income which they get by selling it also high. So this large farmers doesn't what we call they doesn't prevent, or we can say there is no lack of money in large for the medium and the large farmers. But for the small farmers, it is very difficult. Because they doesn't have any savings sometimes. Sometimes their crops failures. Okay, these are the difficulties which face by the small farmers. Okay, so today we will discuss up to here. In the next video, I'll tell you about how the small farmers face difficulties and what should be the role of government to prevent these all difficulties which is being faced by the faced by the small farmers. Thank you for now.